Just gonna say right now, guys, you might want to strap yourselves in real tight because this ride's gonna be bumpy and it's not gonna be fun for anybody.
Let's do this motherfucker down!
37 first-gen Pokemon that should be wiped from existence. Well, I can tell you one thing that should be wiped from existence. This article! Okay, it's time to make some tough choices. And, you know, you want to talk about tough choices? Well, let me tell you something, is that it was a kind of a tough choice for me to have to muster up enough patience to be able to read through this article, which, let's be honest, we ain't gonna be reading, we're gonna be raging, baby, so let's get to it! Ha, ha, ha! Yeah, what a way to open up the list. Yeah, we got Charmeleon as a Pokemon that should be wiped from existence. And let's, you know what, let's take a look at the reason why it should be wiped from existence. Charmeleon is an adolescent jerk that no one wants. No one dreams of having a Charmeleon. They suffer through Charmeleon to get Charizard, or they'll just stick with the adorable Charmander. You take a look at Charmeleon, okay? Charmeleon is one of the badass looking Pokemon, okay? Yeah, sure, Ash's Charmeleon was a jerk, but you wanna know something? Is I'd like to know who the jerk is that wrote this article dissing my man Charmeleon. Well, you know what I gotta say to that? Next! Wow! Already second Pokemon in and I already feel like rage quitting on this shit. Are you kidding me? Wartortle is on this list. And you know what they say to that? They say, oh, see Charmeleon. When have you ever seen a Wartortle act like such an adolescent jerk? When have you ever seen anything bad come from Wartortle? I mean, if you remember back... Okay, story time because apparently that's necessary, okay? One of my all-time favorite episodes featured the Squirrel Squad and the Wartortle Firefighting Squad, and I gotta say, man, you know, that Wartortle was absolutely badass. So when I think of Wartortle, I think of that Wartortle right there, you know? So, you know what? Porygon, or I should say Polygon, Polygon, I don't give a damn what you're called at this point. You are being real jerks here to my man Wartortle. And look at this. You know that Ivysaur isn't on the list. That is intentional. He offers a nice middle ground between Super Cute Bulbasaur and Beast Mode Venusaur. He's like the coffee with just the right amount of milk. Keep it up, Ivysaur. Well, I'll tell you one thing. You want to talk about coffee? I think the employee who wrote this article probably had something slipped in his coffee that made him go all stupid and willy wonky or something like that. But you know something? You want to talk about stupid? Let's go ahead and let's move on. So coming up next, we have ourselves Wheedle, and you know what? As much as this pains me to say, I kind of agree. Now don't choke me, please let me explain my case, okay? If you guys remember back to the first gen games, okay, it was really frustrating having to battle against Wheedle because of the fact that it always spammed Poison, Sting, and if you were poisoned, you were screwed unless you had potions or something like that, because if you had like one Pokemon in the party that was well and good, and then that thing gets poisoned, every single time you take a step, it's like that, it's like tick, 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 it's like a little bit of a timer, you know? And here's the thing. Of the two early bug Pokemon, there's a clear winner, and it's Caterpie. Okay, I can kind of understand why, because, you know, Caterpie, it's cute, it's adorable, squishy, all that stuff. But this thing right here is kind of an asshole in the game. But here's the thing, is that Wheedle evolves into Kakuna, and Kakuna evolves into Beedrill, and Beedrill gets the coolest, one of the coolest Mega Evolutions that there is, known as Mega Beedrill, as seen right here on the screen, baby. So with that said, man, if you have a problem with Wheedle, then by proxy, you got a problem with Beedrill, and its Mega form, Mega Beedrill, and it's going to sting you into non-existence. So with that said, yeah, let's keep on going with this article that really shouldn't exist. Pidgeot? Are you Pidgeot? What? Why? Are you actually kidding me? Give me something new, Pidgeot. According to the Pokedex, Pidgey is a foot tall, Pidgeot is 3 feet tall, and Pidgeot is 4 feet tall. If Pidgeot was a giant goddamn monster bird, I'd say sure, it sets itself apart, but no! Pidgeot is just Pidgeotto wearing lifts. What? What? Are you kidding me? No, Pidgeot is one of the coolest Pokemon there is. Like, oh my god, you guys are so stupid. Are you serious? Are you absolutely serious with me right now? And it asks, what does that bring to the table? Nothing? Are you serious? I'll tell you something that Pidgeot brings to the table that you candy asses obviously forgot, and that would be Mega Evolution. Yeah, no guard, Hurricane, spam. And I'd say that Mega Pidgeot should spam Hurricane on you guys for making Pidgeot make the list. Like, who wrote this article? Who wrote this, man? We're 4 freaking choices in, and I just feel like leaving straight up right now saying, screw this shit, I'm going to the gym. But no, I guess I have to be stuck here until I run through the entirety of this article, and then I get to be released from my shackles. Ugh, this is why some people turn into goddamn werewolves, okay? And that is a curse, not a choice. With that said, let's keep going. So up next, we have Rattata. Okay, I'm not exactly too fussed about that, so let's go ahead and let's move on here. And we got Nidoran Etal. What? Etal? There's no Etal in Nidoran. Like, what is this? Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and delete this whole crew. They're poison rabbits, and not even cute poison rabbits. What is with the bizarre gendering of them and no one else in the game? Y'all need to chill, Nidos. Oh, okay, so, oh my god. Oh shit, you are opening up a can of worms that really should be kept closed there, Polygon. Here's the thing, okay? Is that, yeah, you got cute little baby poisonous bunnies like Nidoran male and Nidoran female, and then have you forgotten their evolutions, that being Nidoqueen and Nidoking? Like, Nidoqueen and Nidoking, sheer force, baby. Nidoqueen and Nidoking, unique typing, baby. Nidoqueen and Nidoking, unique and deep move pool, baby. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. You want to say that, you know, you're just going to go ahead and delete this whole crew? Well, I say that you should delete this article. Well, you know what? We can't exactly delete it just yet because we still have more BS to go through, so let's keep going. Okay, so Zubat I can kind of understand because, well, here's the thing, okay? These things are complete assholes in Gen 1. It's like every single time you're in caves, they're always there, up in your grill, trying to confuse the shit out of you, and your Pokemon end up boom, right themselves in the face in confusion, and until they faint. Like that, you know? Lips puckered out like a jerk pufferfish, and oh, you gotta take me to the Pokemon Center because I've been confused, I've been fainted, and I beat myself up because these damn Zoobats. Well, I'll tell you one thing, man, I like to beat myself up because I'm starting to get real confused here as to why this article even exists. Now, here's the thing, is that Zubat, yeah, complete asshole in Gen 1. But you want to know something? Is that in Gen 2, it gets Crobat. So, Crobat wouldn't exist without Zubat, so y'all need to chill at Polygon, baby. Okay, now we're just getting over dramatic here when it comes to Golduck. Okay, I like Psyduck a whole heck of a lot. To be perfectly honest, if Golduck was just a giant Psyduck, I'd be all over it. Instead, he looks like the sort of thing you'd step on in the middle of the night and eviscerate the sole of your foot. He's awful at every turn, losing all of Psyduck's head-up-key charms. So, we got over-dramatics, we got bad grammar here in this situation. Like, that is a double no-no right there. That red flags, alert, brr, 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 brr. Like, that is a red alert right there as to how much BS is in that entry right there, okay? Clearly, you never seen how awesome Golduck is in the anime. You never seen how awesome Golduck is in battle, okay? It's actually a pretty decent competitive Pokemon if you ever played competitive Pokemons before, which, Polygon, I'm willing to bet you never played competitive before properly. So with that said, yeah, we're just gonna move on here. Okay, so now they're hating on my man Poliwrath here. I got news for you, man. In my Pokemon Go game, Poliwrath was the first ever 100 IV Pokemon I hatched from an egg as Poliwag, okay? And of course, yeah, they're bringing up Poliwhirl, the progenitor to Poliwrath. I think that's how you say it. I don't even give a damn about pronunciations right now. I don't give a rat's ass about all that. Is a wide-eyed idealist. He grabs onto the future with both gloves hands and refuses to let go. Poliwrath, on the other hand, is angry at the world. Look at his eyelids. He's permanently aggravated. He's like the guy at the party who's still complaining about the lost finale. Who wants that popping out of a Pokeball every 2 seconds? Well, here's something you want to talk about popping out of. I wish I never popped across this article, man, because now I feel like I'm about to take years off my life due to the frustration because of all the BS that's taken place here in this article. Oh my god, you mean to tell me that they actually put Poliwrath on the list just because of his eyes? Like, that is ridiculous, man. It just makes him look more badass. He's, like, are you saying that Final Evolution should be all cute and cuddly, like that, right? No, they're supposed to be badass. They're supposed to be tough, you know? And Poliwrath is an exemplary example of exactly that. Now, with that said, oh my god, like this, I almost don't even need to keep on going because of how much BS and bias that's already in this article here, but I gotta keep on going because there's more to talk about here that gets even worse. Oh, hell no. You mean to tell me they put my man's Machoke and Machamp up in this? Oh, well, let's go and let's see the BS reason why. The fact that they need to put underwear? Underwear! Do these look like underwear to you? No, they're freaking Speedos. You know, Speedos, you know, the things that bodybuilders wear, the things that powerlifters wear, the things that wrestlers wear. Speedos, you know, even swimmers, they wear them. Like, how do you call this underwear? They're freaking Speedos. They're tights, okay? Like, Machamp is a wrestling machine. It is a wrestling, like, Pokemon. It is jacked. It's got muscles in places where y'all probably don't even have places, you know? Like, this is like, oh my god. Like, let's keep going here. So, they say the fact that they needed to put underwear on both these Pokemon to keep them from being horrifying is clear evidence that they should never existed in the first place. I just... Oh my god, are you absolutely kidding me? That is... Oh my god, I am gonna have one hell of a headache tonight. I'm just trying to digest all this. This is absolutely crazy, man. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, how do you confuse these as in Speedos with underwear? They're not underwear, they're Speedos, they're tights. You know, you watch wrestling, watch professional swimming, watch, you know, bodybuilding shows, things like that, and you'll understand they're not underwear, they're freaking Speedos. So now we move on to Victory Bell. So they're pissing their pants over how scary Victory Bell is. It's like, okay, it's like Victory Bell is a man-sized horror show that belongs in a fire. How many children has that dark maw ingested? Countless. It must be stopped. Do you have proof of those facts? Because if you don't, then you are 100% full of shit, and this article deserves to be stuffed in the maw of Victory Bell. Better yet, I say just burn it in the fire, because this right here, you don't diss Victory Bell, okay? Victory Bell's got one of the coolest shinies there is, and it's also one of the best chlorophyll sweepers that there is, aside from Venusaur, you know? And you mean to tell me that your only defense, like the only thing that you think is defensible about putting Victory Bell on the list is because of your theory about how it eats children? I just, oh my god. I'm gonna need ibuprofen the size of a damn beach ball by the time this is over. So, yeah, look at that. We got Graveler and Golem. A big surprise how they are hating on the majority of actually good, competitively relevant, and really good designed Pokemon. Graveler and Golem? Are you kidding? Like, Golem, man, especially. Dude, look at the badassery of this design. This design is so badass that obviously Game Freak had to give it a second look and decide to give it an Alolan form. Hello? Like, do you not even realize how much BS there is in putting my man Golem on the list? Here's the thing, is that anyway, Graveler and Golem just get worse as they progress, making you wish you had stopped that evolution in the tracks. Stick with Geodude. He's all the dude you need. Ha ha, fuck you. Like, that's such a bad joke, man. Here's the thing, okay, is that, you know, Geodude, it is nice, it is badass, okay? It is a rock head with two big bulging arms with even bigger fists ready to clobber any opponents, right? And I kind of wish I had a Geodude right now that I could evolve into Graveler and then into Golem so that we can use roll out here all over this article. Well, I'm kind of doing that right now, but I'm a one-man wrecking crew, you know what I'm saying, baby? Woo! So with that said, let's keep on wrecking and rolling our way through this article. Magneton. Okay, you know, I can understand that, you know, Magneton may not be everyone's forte because, you know, it's based off inanimate objects and stuff like that, but I personally love Magneton. But you want to know something that is a real big piss-off here when it comes to why they feel the need to put Magneton here on this list, what their BS justification is? Well, get this, okay? I can see wanting some weird robotic Pokemon to mix things up. There's actually a lot of room to grow with Magnemite. Maybe he builds legs and arms for himself and a ray gun blaster on his head or something? What are you, 5 years old? Like, dude, that's something you, like, oh my god. Like, you really expect there to be some sort of, like, completely, like, weird evolution that doesn't exactly make any sense. Like, okay, you take Magnemite, for example. Like, okay, if we picture Magnemite's evolution and we picture it being, you know, the equivalent of, like, some sort of, like, toy Transformer, Gundam, whatever the fuck you want to call that thing, how does that evolution make any sense? Like, what? What the hell, dude? Like, I swear to God, whoever wrote this is on crack. Like, that's just bad, man. That is absolutely bad. Like, and they say, sorry, you are not a new Pokemon. You are just 3 of Magnemite. Arguably, you say the same thing about Dugtrio, but they're cute with oval noses and stuff so they can continue to exist. Oh, really? It's like, so you're going to exclude Dugtrio, which is basically a carbon copy concept of Magneton. See, you mean to tell me that you're cool with leaving Dugtrio out of the list, which, by the way, I'm not hating on Dugtrio. Arena Trap for the win, baby. But you're going to leave out Dugtrio because, oh, it's cute. It's got oval noses. It's cute. Well, you want to know something? There's nothing cute about this BS, so now we got to move on before I blow a gasket here, because Magneton evolves into Magazone, one of the coolest Pokemon that there is. Oh, no, you did not just do that. You did not put my man Muck on the list. Okay, 2 things that y'all need to be educated on, because clearly education is something that you lacked in your Polygon lives. Here's the thing, is that Muck, like Golem, is so awesome that it needed to be looked over again by Game Freak and given a cool as hell Alolan form, as you're seeing here on the list. It's like rainbow sludge with crystals coming out of it. It is absolutely awesome. Sure, yeah, the Cantonian Muck, you know, it's plain, it's original, things like that, but I still love it. And the second thing, man, I got a 97.8% IV Lucky Muck that my brother gave to me in Pokemon Go that I'm going all the way with, man. So you, by proxy, do not diss Muck, okay? Otherwise, it is gonna come at you and smother you like it does with Ash and Oak in the anime. Whew, oh my god almighty, this is just absolutely crazy. Okay, and they say this, we only need 1 puke-shaped Pokemon. Thank you very much. Well, speaking of puke, I feel like puking up a storm right now. Now, we got Ghastly. We have freaking Ghastly. Ghastly being the starting of the Gengar evolution line, okay? Without Ghastly, you can't have Gengar, and Mega Gengar wouldn't exist. So, yeah, Ghastly kind of lays out the foundation of its evolutionary line. And, of course, they obviously don't realize that. They're all like, ooh, this was a tough one. Gengar might be my favorite Pokemon of all time, so to ditch his origin story seems harsh. But Ghastly just doesn't bring enough to the table. Ghost Pokemon are all about pranks and messing with people. You need more than just a face for that. So you mean to tell me that they're thinking that just because this thing has no visible arms or legs, that it's like it doesn't bring enough to the table? Okay, so clearly you don't know its move pool. It can learn the elemental punches. It can learn Sucker Punch and all that stuff. The ghost that, the aura that surrounds the head, okay, can actually be made to formulate fists, you know, like, they may not be, you know, they may not look like they're actual, like, arms and hands and all that stuff, but if you watch the anime where it debuted Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar, you would see that Ghastly's clearly holding on to the swingity swing, you know? Like, what? That's just absolutely, like, what the hell, man? I mean, I can't exactly get too mad about this, but then again, it's just like, come on, man. Like, Ghastly, you know, is the foundation of the Gengar evolution line. You know, it is the first stage evolution, you know, and then you got Haunter, then you got Gengar, and then you got Mega Gengar, which, by the way, has one of the coolest shinies in Mega form history, man. How the hell does Gengar not have a shiny form like that? That just absolutely blows my mind. Okay, I am slightly, weirded out by this right now. So, you want to know why they put Krabby here on this list? There aren't many Pokemon that I would eat, but Kingler is definitely up there. cooked in some nice salt water with a hint of butter, man, that giant claw would be amazing. Krabby, on the other hand, is too small and puny to get any decent meat from. And without the upside of great crab meat, what's the point of crabs? Okay, so you have Krabby on the list based on hunger? Based on your hunger and what you would eat? What? Like, okay, it's like, that's just... Can I please, you know, just end this early? Can I please end this article early? Like, I'm being tortured right now, man. I'm being tortured by stupidity. Oh my god. This just absolutely, I just don't even know how to respond to this. This is absolutely absurd. Okay, so I can kind of give this one a little bit to Polygon, because here's the thing, Voltorb and Electrode, you know, they're basically possessed Pokeballs, like, more or less. I mean, you know, Electrode's an upside-down possessed Pokeball with a good smile, and Voltorb just looks really pissed off, and it's a possessed Pokeball and all that, but, you know, they're complaining about how it explodes at will. It's like, well, maybe, just maybe, don't piss it off. And I gotta say, Electrode and Voltorb are probably going to explode at you because you managed to piss them off by putting them on the list. Yeah, hey, Polygon. This is a call that you should have received like 20 some odd years ago. You want to put my man Execute on there? Y'all just a bunch of eggs, you're nothing, call me once you're a thing. Well, that's exactly what I'm doing, is I'm calling you, giving you the kind of wake-up call you should have gotten right from the get-go when Execute was a thing. Because here's the thing, is that its evolutionary form, known as Executor, had another look, and thanks to Gen 7, we have Alolan Executor, aka the Boom Boom Tree. Maybe if you didn't have your heads up your own ass like a goddamn one-human centipede, you would understand that. Goodbye. Oh, shit, I didn't know this was still recording. But anyways, yeah, what the conversation I just had on the phone, you know, that was with Polygon and stuff like that, kind of my response right there when it comes to Execute. So, yeah, moving on. So this one's an interesting one for Marowak here. The dichotomy of Cubone is what makes him work. On one hand, he's a cute dino. On the other hand, he's wearing his mother's skull on his head. But by turning him into a more badass-looking Pokemon with Marowak, he suddenly loses that dichotomy. Okay. I mean, here's the thing, is that, you know, we all gotta grow up sometime, right? And I can also say that you need to grow up as well, because how could you put Marowak on the list? I mean, it's like with a bunch of other Pokemon that we've already talked about here. Game Freak gave Marowak a second look and gave him a more badass-looking Alolan form. Yeah. So maybe, just maybe, there is a reason why Marowak should and does exist. And here's the thing, the fact that you put my man Marowak on there means that you want to get knee chokes. And you know what? Maybe I should take that Bone Club from Marowak and throw it at y'all's head with the Boomerang attack or something. Man, okay. We gotta move on here because get this. So Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan is on this list as well. Yeah. Are you really trying to get dislike bombed or something? Like, Hitmonlee is one of the most badass looking Pokemon, and Hitmonchan is a badass boxer. Like, why? How could you hate on that? Like, that's just ridiculous. I actually have no preference on which gets torched, man. You're really, like, taking things to a bit of an extreme level with saying how, you know, Victory Bell belongs in a fire and how this deserves to be torched and that and this, and like, just, you need to calm your ass down. You need to sit the hell down, man, seriously. But it has to be one of them. Well, how about none of them, because they're both cool as hell? So, they've got Tangela on the list. I just don't even know, man. Tangela, okay, has an epic as hell Gen 4 evolution known as Tangrowth, and here's the reason why they decided to put Tangela on the list. I have no idea what Tangela is hiding under those vines. Well, maybe it's one of those mysteries that may never be solved and probably should never be solved, because that's what adds on to Tangela's, you know, interesting sort of design, you know? Like, you know, we've been wanting to know what's been under the cloak of vines for ever since it was, you know, a thing, but it's like, you know, up until this very point, we haven't gotten any idea, you know? And here's the thing, is that they say it could be fine or it could be Folk Body Clown Posse Tattoos. Okay, that's just about silly right there. I mean, yeah, sure, I guess You could say that its feet kind of look like clown shoes, but they're not even that big. Clown shoes are like freaking yay big. They are big, red, bright red at that. Yay big, you know, bigger than like every single bit of footwear that you could have. And, you know, they're just gonna say that, you know, it could be full body clown posse tattoos. Okay, next. So this one's an interesting one here. We have Jinx on here, and their main complaint is that this is way too human-like to be a Pokemon, basically. It's like, what? Are you serious with me right now, dude? Like, what the hell? Like, okay, we're not even gonna bother entertaining this. Let's just move on here. So, we got Drowsy and Hypno here, and that's actually, you know what? I can actually kind of understand this right from the get-go because, you know, they're about eating other people's dreams, okay? And in the case of Fire Red and Leaf Green, you know, I guess, like, kidnapping children. Because, I mean, if you remember Lostelle, who got lost in the forest, and then there was a random Hypno that you had to battle and whatnot, I mean, I can kind of understand maybe why they're on the list, but let's go ahead and read why. It's important to note that Jigglypuff never intends to put anyone to sleep. She sings, and her song, much to her chagrin, knocks people out, so she gets rightfully pissed and draws on their faces. Drowsy and Hypno, on the other hand, are actively trying to put people to sleep, whereupon they wait for it, eat their dreams. Okay, I can kind of understand it'll be a little bit spooky and all that stuff. Here's a passage from the excellent Bobblepedia on Drowsy's technique. It eats dreams through the victim's noses. So it says that Drowsy is standing over a person's pillow if their nose itches while they are asleep. Okay, to be honest with you, it's like I can understand actually why Polygon would put this on the list. So you know what? I'll give it a pass. So, you know, yeah, I'll give it a pass. You're good here in this situation. So Electabuzz and Magmar make the list. Why? Both of these guys need underwear. How? How does Electabuzz and Magmar, which are clearly animal-like, need underwear? I mean, yeah, sure, they both stand on 2 feet, you know, they're bipedal, and they're quote-unquote humanoid-like, but what is it with you and freaking underwear here in this article? Like, what is happening here? Like, are you trying to say that every Pokemon should be in underwear or something like that? Maybe let's slip a Gyarados into some Calvin Klein underwear, shall we? Like, that's just, oh my god almighty. This is, I feel like I'm going more and more insane as the entries go on here in this list. So let's keep going before I completely lose my mind. And funny enough, how we mentioned Gyarados, and Gyarados is on this list. How in the blue hell are you gonna put my man Gyarados on the list? Like, are you absolutely kidding me? Like, okay, like, dude, how? Just how? Gyarados is one of the best Gen 1 Pokemon and just overall one of the best Pokemon in history, you know? Not to mention also it has a badass Mega Evolution too. Like, goddamn, seriously. And okay, let's go over the reasoning why, okay, because this is absolutely hilarious. Okay, so Magikarp is my kind of fish. It does fish things, it swims, it flops around on land, it splashes people. It's not a fighter, it's just a Magikarp. Which begs the question of how that sweet little fish boy becomes a sea demon that is Gyarados. Maybe because there's actually lore behind it. Maybe you should do more research there, Polygon. You know, you're not being very good journalists here. I might have to come up there and put you in timeout. No, seriously, don't make me slap you, because holy shit, this is stupid. And here's the thing, just imagine for a second how amazing it would be if there was no Gyarados. Actually, it would be even worse than what it is. You'd find a Magikarp in the game and painstakingly level it up, assuming that, of course, it'd be worth the effort. Sure, it does nothing now, but certainly at some point something amazing will happen, such as its evolution at level 20. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Do more research. Hello? Months go by and years, it's still a fish because that's how fish are. You're born a fish, you die a fish. Deal with it. That's a bit harsh. Like, what the hell, man? So, their justification here for this is because of the fact that, you know, they want Magikarp to stay as a fish because it is what it is, a fish. But, there's a reason why it evolves into Gyarados. Maybe you ought to look it up there, Polygon, but Anyways, yeah, with that said, moving on, I've got nothing more to say about this. Oh, really? You want to talk about how Toros is a lazy design and all that stuff, how it's just a bull with 3 tails, and how it doesn't count as a mystical fighting creature and things like that. Well, you want to talk about lazy, okay? Well, I'd say whoever made this article was very lazy, because there's very little to, like, no research done in these entries. I mean, like, yeah, maybe for, you know, things like Drowsy and Hypno and stuff like that, but that's about the only free pass that you get in this bitch. Are you serious right now? What? We're not even going to bother acknowledging this, because Toros, absolutely cool. It's a badass Pokemon. And it's, without a doubt, one of the best Generation 1 Pokemon that there is. Like, it is just absolutely badass, you know? Have you ever played Gen 1 games? Have you ever played against Toros in a battle? Like, do you know what this thing can do? Like, this thing is ridiculously good. But clearly, this article's on the opposite side of the spectrum of good. So, yeah, we're almost done here, thank God. So, we got Porygon here on the list. That's pretty interesting. Polygon. I would have thought that perhaps maybe you would have given Porygon some favor because it's spelled very similarly to Polygon, but I guess not. And their reasoning is, I don't know, man. Okay, maybe perhaps I can actually give you a little bit of a backstory. Maybe it's because of the fact that poor old Porygon was at the epicenter of the most controversial Pokemon anime episode that caused people seizures when it first came out. And as a result, poor old Porygon ended up getting hate, but not enough hate to wipe it from existence. You know why? Because Gen 2, it got an evolution. Gen 4, it got another evolution. So, I mean, you know what? It's like, obviously, Porygon exists for a reason. And at the same time, I can kind of understand why it would get hate because it was part of the controversial episode that gave people seizures. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank God we are almost done. Oh my God. So, we got Moltres on the list. And this, I'm actually kind of split about, okay? Their reasoning here, I can kind of understand, you know, where they're coming from because you take away the flames and all that stuff. And, yeah, it kind of does look like a rubber chicken. But here's the thing, is that it has flames, so clearly it's not a rubber chicken. It is a flaming bird of fire that will roast and incinerate you if you piss it off. And, well, here's the thing, man, is that Moltres here, if it ever came across this article, if ever caught wind of it, oh, believe me, you'd be roasted worse and far, far worse than I am roasting you right now. Like, what the hell? Like, this is... Oh my God. Wow. So, their reasoning is because it looks like a rubber chicken without the flames. Like, okay. That's actually pretty funny. I will give it to you there, but still, you know, that's not a good enough reason why this Pokemon should be wiped out of existence. Like, I don't think any Pokemon should really be wiped out of existence because they are the blueprints. They are the foundation of Pokemon as a whole. Generation 1, despite having loads and loads of problems and glitches and shit, you know, that right there is the foundation of the entirety of the Pokemon franchise series. So, none of these Pokemon should not exist. But I can tell you one thing that shouldn't exist, and that's this damn article. Oh my God. I feel like I've got absolutely nothing left in me, man. That was just... Oh my God. That was a marathon to get through. That was just absolutely ridiculous. Oh my God. I don't think I've ever seen such a messed up bad article like that. Like that there was a lot of mess ups there, you know. No kidding. That was just absolutely bad. Like seriously. Oh my God. Yeah. Be sure to leave a like on this video because I know I just shortened my lifespan about 15 years after dealing with this BS right here. Oh my God. Anyways, thanks for watching. This was just absolutely ridiculous. Read the article if you want, you know, comment down below, you know, what your opinions are and all that stuff, you know, links and shit in the description box down below. Yeah, have a good night. I'm gonna get to the gym now.